Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show to talk about some NBA. So we're talking about some NBA news, so let's get around to it. So Gabe Vincent, he says Miami Heat are making history no matter what happens in Game 7 against the Boston Celtics. So you're gonna make bad history here if you lose by blowing a 3-0 lead. That would be some bad history. So no matter what happens, so if the Celtics win, then they are making history. You heard the man. So they're gonna lose? He's already preparing. It sounds like he's preparing for defeat. And a 3-0 lead will go down as the biggest bottle in history. It'll be the first team to ever blow a 3-0 lead, and it's gonna happen tonight. The Boston Celtics will win and advance to the NBA Finals. You heard it first from me. Courtside seats for tonight's game are going for $35,841 on TickPick. So $35,000 for tickets. That's all they're probably thinking themselves, ooh, money. After pushing this to Game 7, the people at the Boston Celtics are probably thinking, money. Or probably the NBA, money. That's chunk change for some people. But you obviously know it's going to be a lot of money for Game 7. The Heat, via Andy Slater, they're already preparing for the NBA Finals. They're planning to fly to Denver after tonight's game. But what if they lose? Are they still going to go to Denver? The Heat, they aren't doing themselves any favor here these last few days. If they blow this lead, which I think they will, it'll be roast central for days. People say Jimmy Butler's not that guy. They'll use this here against the Heat to roast them. And they're doing it to themselves. But they're just doing it to themselves at this point. The Heat, what are they going to do? Plan on getting front row seats to Game 1? This is like top 10 haunting photos taken moments before disaster. Like they're counting their chickens before they hatch. It's a weird way to spell 1, 2, 3 Cancun Miami Heat. This is an insane setup tweet. But maybe what it means by this is this has nothing to do with their confidence. They would fly there tonight if they win, because Game 1 is, what, Thursday? So, maybe that's what it means, but that's... I wouldn't be confident in saying that, or even say that to where people can misinterpret. Oh, I think we're gonna win. We're just gonna go. We're gonna go to Denver for the finals. Dwight Howard. He says he's had a better prime than Nikola Jokic. Obviously, Dwight Howard's a better defender. Obviously, he was a clear defensive player of the year, but I don't know. Obviously, Jokic is an all-time great. I feel like his career is already one of the all-time greats. Hopefully, Jokic can now just get that finals and get that finals MVP this year. Considering Jokic's prime is not even close to being over, and he has more accolades than he did in Dwight Howard's, quote, prime, since you won your chip out of your prime, I feel like he's 100 times better than Dwight Howard, because he's most likely getting a chip in his prime and never switched teams, like Dwight Howard. Jokic just entered his prime, like he's not even really in his prime yet. I mean, maybe his prime was comparable, but Jokic still has at least 3 or 4 years left in his prime, and it's just getting started, so I would say Nikola Jokic will be the better player by the time his career's over. Be considered an all-time great, unlike Dwight Howard. Brian Windhorst said this on Get Up ESPN. He says the 2016 Cavs 3-1 comeback versus Golden State is a better comeback story than Boston's potential 3-0 comeback versus Miami. Brian Windhorst is going to LeBron James right now, because that's his whole personality is LeBron James. I'm a LeBron James fan. That's literally Brian Windhorst's personality. I know I did there was cringe, but that's literally Brian Windhorst in a nutshell over LeBron James. I mean, being a 73-9 team down 3-1 in the finals, yes, is good. But I would argue coming back, I know it's an 8 seed, I get that, but coming back 3-0 where it's never happened before, I would argue that's better than the 3-1 comeback. Windhorst, whenever he has a chance to talk about LeBron, just rides LeBron. Like, damn, save something for his wife, Mr. Windhorst. I mean, yes, Golden State, we were the best team that year. You're going to 3-1 come back in the finals as a big comeback story, but 3-0's never happened before. But this is just literally Nick Wright and Brian Windhorst's personality is literally glazing LeBron James. Like, it's not even funny. It's also the finals. So you're comparing the conference finals to the NBA finals. I don't know, I felt both comebacks are good, obviously. I'm a little bit more biased because my team was on the not good end of 3-1. The Warriors blown 3-1 lead, but 3-0 comebacks never happened. I'm going to say the Boston Celtics is a better comeback story, in my opinion. Steve Nash. So, Smith Raps on the Raptors potentially hiring Steve Nash, per Doug Smith. Quote, Steve Nash would be a good fit and may thrive with a more stable management and roster situation than he had to deal with in a tumultuous tenure with the Brooklyn Nets. Then he had to deal with a tumultuous, how do you say this word? I'm not part of the nerd community. Tenure with the Brooklyn Nets, end quote. This is the same guy who ran a lineup of Patty Mills, Seth Curry, Kyrie Irving, Goran Dragic, and KD at center in the playoffs. But I wouldn't do this. I just don't think he's a good coach. He literally got so much better. I mean, I don't know if he got better before he got fired. I guess he really wants to be in the Raptors, so I guess they'll hire him. Maybe this will happen, but he literally isn't a coach. Like, why do people try to hire him as a coach? Like, he's just not a good coach. But I guess if they want to hire him, if you want to hire him, I guess. Udonis Haslem said, quote, I hear all the comments, and even some of my peers, every now and then, they got jokes to crack. But I bust their ass, too. Some of the guys that sit up in there behind them suits at TNT, and they got jokes, I would tear their ass up. I ain't up here smoking cigarettes and eating chicken, end quote, Udonis Haslem. Bro, Udonis Haslem, you're pushing 50, sir. You're an old man. Just let it go. You're not beating anyone's ass, sir. You're going to get your ass whooped. You're slow. You're bald. You'll be bald. He's literally the most overrated NBA figure of all time. He just yaps on the bench for a living. Like, this dude. I hope he's not talking about fighting. Some people don't even know he exists. Tonight's officials for Game 7, some of the worst officials in the league, Scott Foster, Tony Brothers, and John Gable. And I would like to congratulate the Boston Celtics on winning Game 7, making the NBA Finals before tonight's game even happens. Yeah, but the Celtics, they're 12-0 in games officiated by Scott Foster, the extender, 6th Man of the Year. And Tony Brothers, heater 0-10 in games officiated. And John Gable, oh Jesus Christ, this is the worst officiating. These are the three worst officials in the league. Jesus Christ, dude. Celtics big three, ladies and gentlemen. Eric White's defense in the playoffs has been just absolutely phenomenal, really underrated defender. Trae Young was 16 of 47, which is a 34% rate, with 7 turnovers, and Derek White with 5 blocks on Trae Young. Tyrese Maxey 12-32, which is a 37.5% rate. 2 turnovers, 1 block. Jimmy Butler 12 of 31, 38.7% rate, with 1 turnover and 4 blocks. So 9 blocks from Derek White and 34%, 37, and 38. He's been so fucking good in these playoffs. Like, he's so good defensively. He's their best defensive guard. NBA general manager, they labeled Gabe Vincent as a potential target for the Los Angeles Lakers. Now watch that. He's a really good three-point shooter, but watch him go to the Lakers and he can't shoot worth a shit. Every good shooter that comes to the Lakers suddenly forgets how to shoot like Malik Beasley. It's always something about the Lakers. They need shooters, but come on, I don't think they're going to get Gabe Vincent. Every free agent that's like said is a potential target for the Lakers. Like, why can't it be other teams? Why does it just have to be the Lakers? So the Celtics won that game, and Eric Spoelstra, he makes a guarantee. Quote, I don't know how we're going to get this done, but we're going to go up there and get it done. End quote. He's getting out-coached by Mazzulla right there. Right now. These last few games, I feel like he's been getting out-coached by Joe Mazzulla. But stop making guarantees and then losing it. Like, stop making guarantees and then losing. If they lose this game tonight, Jimmy Butler, that whole team's going to get crucified by Twitter. Just saying. Stan Van Gundy, he throws some shade at Tyler Hero. Quote, some guys get real sensitive. Some of us can laugh at ourselves. Guys have gotten a little soft. End quote. I don't know. Him defending himself isn't soft. People have dogged on him since like forever. I don't even know why. I don't even know why he said this, for some reason. I guarantee you wouldn't say it's Tyler Hero's face, that fat fuck. He was probably getting knocked the fuck out by Tyler Hero. I just don't even know why he said this. This is literally forced beef. I mean, come on. This fatty needs to get better at his job before he talks about players. I don't even know what he's talking about. This is literally the most random NBA beef ever. Draymond Green wants the Celtics to come back 3-0 on the Heat, so people forget about the Cavs coming back 3-1. This is so sad, dude. Draymond Green, just shut up. Only a 3-1 lead in the finals will be worse since the Warriors were literally like the greatest team of all time. So, people won't forget that. So, Draymond Green, just shut the fuck up. So, Stan Van Gundy said, on Tyler Hero's fashion sense, this is why this beef started. Basically, you know the number one reason the Heat need Tyler Hero back because his fashion's so bad on the bench we need him in uniform. And he basically said fired back and implies he was a bad coach, saying, quote, my fashion is bad as he was on the sideline. I mean, yes, his fashion is bad on the bench. Stan Van Gundy trying to hold on to his career is like, just let it go, bro. It's over. But all that money, though, and can't dress, but it was kind of just a harmless joke. Van Gundy said it's kind of just a harmless joke. It's just the beef is just so random between these two. Like, it's funny, though. It's kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that's all I have to say for this video, so until next time, Michael, peace.